so excited. My name is Paul Green. I am a local stand-up comedian. I live right up the street. I am so intimidated to be doing this in front of Ed Begley Jr., one of my comedy idols, and he's also such an amazing activist about the environment. I'm pretty sure the only reason I'm here is because my last name happens to be Green, so... Tremendous honor for me. Very good, everybody. I'm so honored to bring up the man who has worked tirelessly to make this event happen. You probably know him because you have about 47 emails from him this week. That's how we all were very clear on the parking situation, and we are so grateful for him. So please welcome to the stage, Vickere.
Thank you, Paul. All right, Paul's great because he's one of the few comedians that can do great comedy without resorting to bad words. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I like Kathy Griffin too. But thank you, Paul, and Reina, who is also a friend. Thank you, Reina, for performing wherever you are. I'm going to try to. I'm not as dynamic as Paul, so I'm going to try to be quick so I don't bore you. First, I want to say thank you all for coming. This has been a long time coming, so we're grateful to have you. It's a great crowd. I hope you're enjoying yourself, having a Tipsy Turtle or the Begley or Nick or some wine. Now I'm going to go to my notes just to make sure. I have to acknowledge all the elected officials and dignitaries that are here, so bear with me. And I also don't guarantee I won't have mistakes, because yes, as Paul said, I'm a perfectionist, but even I have some mistakes in there. And some people have said they're going to come but unable to make it, and some who showed up surprisingly, which is great. So I may miss some names, I apologize. First thing actually I want to do is acknowledge the man that I have been, or I've had the pleasure of working with. He's guided and led me, and he's very modest, so I'm going to put him on the spot and say, Sam Kabushian. I don't know where he is, but there he is. I worked with Sam, it's been a pleasure to sort of develop this and, you know, come to this finale and have this great event. So this is not alphabetical. Now normally this would be alphabetical, but it's not because names changed. So I'm just going to read it, so I apologize. Assemblymember Laura Friedman was able to come, so that was a great surprise. I can't see anyone from here, so there she is. That was very nice. And then let's see. Even though he's the man we're honoring today, he's not alphabetical, so Ed Begley Jr. I have to tell you the story of like how it came about that we got to honor Ed Begley Jr. When I was first told about the company and Turtle and its vision and how it was founded and the inspiration, the entire time Sam was telling me about it, Ed Begley Jr.'s name and face was just like circulating in my head, because as I was explaining to, I think she's 14 years old, who was asking me that question, you know, why Ed Begley Jr.? And I said, well, if someone was talking to you about feminism, like the ultimate person that embodies feminism, right? Like, who would you say? And of course she didn't know. I said it would be Gloria Steinem. She goes, oh, okay, or Gloria Allred. And then I said, how about fashion? Like if we were talking about fashion and we wanted to honor someone who was like the top of the fashion empire, if you will. Of course she said, Kim Kardashian. I said, no, it would be Anna Wintour. So I'm saying that to say, when I heard about this company and its inspiration and all of that, there was nobody, there was no selection, there was no second choice, it was Ed Begley Jr. When it comes to the environment and true green living, that embodies it from A to Z, not a PR campaign, not twice a year at a gala, but like someone who lives and breathes it. There is nobody else. It's just period, the end. But of course, I told Sam, I said, this is a very like high-reaching fruit. Don't like, I'm just using it as an example. We're not gonna get him, but I'm gonna contact him anyway. So I am beyond happy that we were able to do this, and Ed is here. Yeah. So anyway, I'll go on with my list. Some of you have come in, some of you I haven't met, so I apologize if I haven't greeted you or even don't recognize you. But I'm gonna go by who was supposed to be here. So Rochelle Carson Begley, well that's the woman. You can't honor a man without honoring his partner. And so Rochelle, we're also very happy to have you. Thank you, she's back there. Lancaster City Manager Jason Cuddle. Jason, I don't know if you're here. If you are, okay, maybe not. Okay, we're gonna move to Marvin Christ. No, Marvin didn't make it. Okay, I know Victoria is here from Assemblymember Friedman's office. Victoria is somewhere. Thanks for coming, Victoria. My background's Armenian. I should be able to pronounce Victoria's last name, so shame on me. Okay, thank you, Victoria. And then let's see, we have Chenin. I know you're here somewhere. All the way over there from Lancaster. By the way, when I sent invitations out to folks in Lancaster, I thought, okay, I'm going to invite them, but there's no way anyone's going to come on a Thursday afternoon, LA traffic, you know, so, but we have a lot of Lancaster people, so that's, you know, really, truly, it's commitment, so thank you. I don't know if Aniel Fields is here, but he was here. I will send him a note. Oh, the next one that I have to talk about. So, this company was inspired by a video that was shot of a struggling turtle with a plastic straw, you know, stuck in its nose, bleeding. A famous video that has had over 7 million views. And so it hadn't occurred to me that the person that had shot the video that's inspired an entire movement, beyond just Turtle, the company, could actually be here. Until Jackie Nunez suggested to me on an email, and it was like an aha moment. And then, like a crazy person, I started to contact Kristen Figner, like via every social media possible and email to see if we can get her. And I found out that she lives between Costa Rica and Houston, finishing up her PhD. And she's here, and that's Christine right there. Christine is a marine biologist. Well-deserved applause. And marine biologist originally from Germany. And she was, she honored us by flying in from Houston and being here. I think Kevin Fleming left. I think I have Assemblymember Friedman. Yes. We already went. I don't know why I have you here. Oh no, we're coming down. Bob Frutos is here, right? I believe so. Thank you for. Oh, there he is. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see. Mayor Emily Gabel-Luddy. Mayor of Burbank. Thank you so much for hosting us. She's ultimately our ultimate host, so thank you. And then there's Mark Hemstreet. He's here. Mark is with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce, another person who drove all the way down to be here. Then we have a council member from Los Angeles that most of you know. He is an environmentalist in his own right. responsible for the plastic ban and many other things. That's Councilmember Paul Koretz. And then we have Councilmember Raj Mali. I don't think he's here. Let's see. Then we have Councilmember Ken Mann. No? I know Jason is here. Jason Maruca. There's Jason right there. Jason is from Supervisor Kathryn Barger's office, right? Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm halfway done. Timothy Murphy. I don't think Timothy Murphy is here. Oh, he is here from Burbank. Councilmember Timothy Murphy from City of Burbank. Vickere Murphy, I believe she is here too. Thank you for coming. I can barely see you, but thank you. Let's see, Jackie Nunez. I don't know where she's sitting. There's Jackie, the last plastic straw. Thanks, Jackie, for letting me know about the Dow moment. Yes. Rhonda Perez. No? Okay. Jennifer Pinkerton. I don't know if Jennifer Pinkerton came. No? Okay. Well, thank you nonetheless. I don't think that Senator Portantino was able to come. But Vickere is representing, so thank you for that. And then, of course, the county assessor that has the largest constituency, and that's Jeffrey Prang, LA County Assessor is here. Jeffrey, thanks for coming. Let's see, where am I? Okay, so the next I do want to honor someone who's not an elected official, but she is an inspiration. She's a lieutenant in the Army. She's a psychotherapist. And she founded the organization You Matter Not Alone, based in Burbank. It's a suicide prevention and awareness nonprofit charity. Yes, Donna Quatch, right there. You see her hand? Like most people in the military, she's very modest, but her and her team of clinical psychologists do great work in suicide prevention, and they're volunteering at this event, just FYI. So we're very grateful to have you, Donna, and the entire team, by the way. Let's see, I'm almost done, well, sort of. Andy Strader, I don't know if Andy's here. Andy's here, thank you for coming, Andy. Stephen Simon is here. Just don't know where he is, but Stephen is right there. So Stephen is the executive director of the Department of Disability, City of Los Angeles. And he made me do a 30-page questionnaire before he came. I'm kidding, he didn't. But he did want to make sure that this was all to code the entire event. So glad to have you. I'm not sure if Councilmember Jess Talamantes is here? No? Okay. And then we're honored to have Councilmember Angela Underwood-Jacobs from Lancaster here. Councilmember is also running for Congress from Lancaster, so look out for that.
Yes.
Let's see. Stephen Whitmore is here with Jeffrey Prang's office. He's sort of just sitting there, okay? Thank you for coming, Stephen. And then we have Judy Wilkie. I'm not sure if she's here. She is here. Fantastic. Oh, hi, Judy. Nice to meet you from up here. And then Sydney Yaseta. Oh, there she is. Thanks for coming. And then the last person I have is, don't take this personally, Brian. Brian Berry from LA Area Chamber of Commerce. Brian is there's Brian. He's the chief of staff, and he's been very helpful in just helping me with this and all of that, and he has a role that we're about to do. Thanks for Brian for being here. I'm sorry for the long introductions, but that's just have to take it. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of your hair. I just want to make sure I covered everything. I don't go home and think, oh, I just lost. So, okay, I'm done. I'm going to give this stage to our mayor, our ultimate host, Mayor of Burbank.
Thank you, Vic. He may be more low-key, but you got to check out his shoes. I don't know if you mentioned this, but I want to acknowledge Justin Hess, our new city manager. And our vice mayor, Sharon Springer. So I'm told I have 3 minutes. It's just like going to council, right? You get 3 minutes. So I want to, first of all, say welcome, everybody. Welcome to Nickelodeon, one of the finest corporate partners we have in the city of Burbank. A generous and wonderful and creative organization. Secondly, I want to say that between Burbank and Lancaster, welcome from Lancaster, because you're the site of the manufacturing, and we're going to be part of the big distribution of this new product. I don't know whether Christine Vickere came up with this idea. I had the opportunity to go to the OSA and see the turtle beaches. But what you have done is start a whole movement, so bless you for starting that. And Begley Jr., whom I met like 30 years ago when I was a young planner in LA, he's always been 30 years ahead of the curve, and I feel like we're finally catching up with him. And we look forward to your leadership into the future. About the Burbank experience, because we are a host to Nickelodeon and many of the events here, but I want you to know that we have in the last 3 years of council taken a number of steps to make this city more environmentally sensitive, thinking about the people who are in our future, the Greta Thunbergs of the future, the Sarahs of the future. We banned Roundup in our parks 3 years ago. We have a volunteer organization called Dig Burbank, comprised of individuals and organizations who go out to our city parks, and you know what they do? They pull weeds. And that's what we're doing, and we're going to keep our parks safe. We have a landfill. I was talking trash a couple of weeks ago at our landfill, and in the process of talking with them, our landfill now has another 70 years of life in it because of the application of the landfill superintendent to how we do our landfill. So our landfill will not close until 2125. This is the very definition of sustainability, is managing and modifying our waste stream and then managing our landfill in a sustainable way so that it's available in the future. Our council just took a first step forward with our Public Works Department to ban plastic, polystyrene takeout clamshells in our restaurants. It's going to be an ongoing conversation because, as you all know, there are mom and pop restaurants and there are corporate restaurants, and we have to be able to speak and deal with each one of them, but we are on that path. So it's all to say that we're taking the steps forward. And the ban on polystyrene, was it started by any of us at council? No, it was started by a high school student named Sarah, who came to the council one night with her Girl Scouts and talked to us about this. So as we change our way of doing things in our city, we are really thinking about the generations that come after us. And I think that that's been a complete inspiration for our council to keep moving forward. I'd just like to say finally that turtle, where are all the turtles? You are so welcome. We are so glad you're doing this product manufacturing because it's going to be something that we can use throughout our city, and it's something that we'll be happy to participate in. This is the way to go. All of these creative connections. So I want to honor Christine Vickere, our marine biologist, and Begley Jr. Turtle, congratulations, and I really look forward to cutting the ribbon this evening for the new Turtle Company. Thank you. How
about another round of applause for our mayor right here? So Mayor, I moved to Los Angeles 5 years ago. The first comedy club to book me was Flappers right here in Burbank. Yeah. And they also only gave me 3 minutes. So I don't feel as bad about that. The mayor only got 3 minutes too. So I guess I was doing better. By the way, my favorite part of the acknowledgements was when Ed Begley Jr. was described as non-alphabetical. That was, did we forget that? Was that too far in the past? All right. I'm trying to do relative material in the moment, everybody. I'm doing the best I can. I'm very excited to announce our next speaker. She was introduced just a moment ago, came all the way down from Lancaster. She is speaking on behalf of Mayor Rex Parris. Please give a warm welcome to Angela Underwood-Jacobs.
Is this not the coolest night ever? This is amazing. So I just want to say thank you so very much for coming out this evening, and I am truly honored to be here. My name is Angela Underwood-Jacobs. I'm the City Council member for the City of Lancaster, and I just want to say thank you so very much on behalf of RX Parris and the rest of the council. You know, the idea that Turtle would choose to make the home of Lancaster be its home is truly amazing to me. And when you think about the idea that they're going to have a facility of 10,400 square feet, the number of jobs that that will bring to our community is just simply amazing. So with that, I want to give a round of applause to Turtle. Not only are you giving back and making the world a better place, you're actually creating jobs as well. So when you combine the two of those things together, it's nothing but great, great benefits for everyone. So again, I just want to say, Turtle, thank you so very much on behalf of the entire city of Lancaster for choosing to make Lancaster your home. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you so very much, everyone.
How about another round of applause for Angela Underwood-Jacobs. Thank you so much for coming. She didn't mention this. I did a little research on Lancaster. They just passed an ordinance requiring new home builders to put solar panels on their house to achieve net zero. And that is just incredible to me because I don't even know what net zero means. So I thought that was like an internet provider. Net zero. Or also how you could describe my stats when I played 6 years of YMCA soccer was... How many times did you get the soccer ball in the net? Net zero. Okay, a little bit of chuckle on that. I'll write that one down, I might use it later. We are very excited to introduce our next speaker. Please welcome to the stage LA Councilmember Paul Koretz.
Wow, I can't see anybody here. Lights are a little bright. Well, thank you for being here tonight at the launch of Turtle. If you're here, you probably know about one of our enormous problems, which is if we don't change our practice in terms of the use of plastics, by 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish, and turtles, of course. Congrats to Turtle for launching a more sustainable way for us to drink here in the city of Los Angeles and beyond. And we're excited that LA City Council has taken action. As of last Tuesday, you'll have a hard time finding a plastic straw anywhere in the city of Los Angeles. And we're just getting warmed up. Now, of course, big plastics realize that they're doing tremendous damage, so in 2017 they decided to cut back and stop plastic production and recognize the need for climate change. Well, I wish they had. Unfortunately, not really true. In 2017, they got together and announced something that was incredibly insane, but you may not be aware of, a plan to do $180 billion worth of increasing plastic manufacturing facilities. And that despite the fact that people are taking to the streets to protest climate change, to protest the destruction that we see of our oceans and waterways, and their business model is still drill, baby, drill. And we all have to fight that. And we can do it through commerce by kicking off companies like this one. So let's give them another big hand for what they're doing. In LA, we're taking a hard look at our plastic waste stream. Obviously, China stopped using a lot of our recyclables, and that leaves us with a system that's essentially broken. But it also gives us a great opportunity to do a do-over, to look at how we can stop producing single-use plastics. And LA and LA County is doing a great study, and we are hoping at some time in the near future to eliminate the use of all single-use plastics and get ourselves in the right direction. So instead of being reliant on recycling, we will be reliant on not producing these things anymore. Of course, I look back at the time decades and decades ago when I used to have milk trucks, and they'd drop off glass containers full of milk, and then they'd pick up the containers and reuse them. It's old-fashioned, but we are now once again looking at more sustainable actions like that. And I hope that kickoffs like this will help us lead in that direction. Now, I also want to congratulate one of my old friends, Ed Begley Jr., for the recognition here today. He is, I would say, the best known and most active and longest acting environmentalist in Los Angeles, if not in the entire country. I remember before EVs were manufactured, he was jerry-rigging some of his cars so they would be electric vehicles, and bicycling everywhere you could go, and leading the charge on environmentalism in every way in Los Angeles, and living in the most sustainable home that you could. He is the living, breathing example of what we need to do to save our planet. So, Ed, my friend, you have my deepest congratulations. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for everything Turtle is doing with this launch. And thank you all for all the work you all do on environmentalism. Thank you.
Fantastic. We're going to keep things moving right along, and welcome to the stage our next speaker. I cannot imagine the enormity of his job. This is our LA County Assessor, Jeffrey Prang.
Good evening. Let me say right off the bat, I know that you've all been waiting on the edge of your seats, wondering what the county property tax assessor has to say about the star-studded grand opening and ribbon cutting for Turtle. Well, I am not here to collect your taxes, that's for sure. In fact, I don't collect taxes ever. But however, I am very honored to be here today at Nickelodeon Studios to honor my old friend, actor, activist, Ed Begley Jr., along with marine biologist Christine Vickere, and of course the company we're all applauding tonight, Turtle Incorporated, the business that makes straws that don't melt in your mouth. Seriously, Turtle has revolutionized the drink market with paper straws that are durable from the first sip to the last. We are here at the official grand opening for this remarkable business headquartered here in Burbank. Turtle paper straws are manufactured in Lancaster with local labor and materials made right here in the United States. They're chemical-free, earth-friendly alternatives to plastic straws, which can severely pollute and damage the environment, and they're made from FDA-approved materials. Ed Begley, who I've known for probably 25 years and admired long before that, is being awarded with Turtle's Pinnacle Award for his environmental activism. He's an internationally respected and prominent figure in the green movement. In fact, he's considered one of the first activists to put the idea of environmentalism on the map with the public at large. He was green before it was cool to be green. This trio of Christine and Ed and Turtle are an example of how people and businesses can change the world for the better. And Ed, with his unrelenting commitment to preserving and protecting our environment, Christine with her research that will result in the protection of endangered marine species, and then a business that makes paper straw from biodegradable, carbon-free materials which are safe for animals and people alike. So on behalf of the 1,400 men and women of the LA County Office of Assessor, I want to congratulate all of you and congratulate Turtle on this, this very auspicious occasion. Thank you for including me this evening.
Well, I'm very excited to announce our next speaker. Her YouTube video has inspired an entire movement. She told me before that she actually is defending her dissertation next week and still took time to come out here and to speak to us, and we are so grateful to have her. Please welcome Christine Fickner.
Usually I spend my nights a little bit different than this event. Actually said, usually I walk deserted beaches in Costa Rica trying to find nesting sea turtles. And at the most I might have 1 or 2 volunteers with me. The occasional poacher might be on the beach as well. But other than that, it's really only the jungle on the one side, the ocean on the other, and above me the endless night sky. As romantic as that might sound, over the years I have seen horrific things happening to my turtles, mainly caused by us humans. And I had the chance to film one of those incidents and upload it to the internet, and it seems still incredibly surreal of how far that video has traveled and how much change it has inspired, fueling the anti-plastic movement and making me into this accidental and somewhat reluctant storyteller. Reluctant, you might say, well, I am a biologist and I'm not really trained for any of this. In fact, I'm not really comfortable even standing here in front of you. But I have come to realize in the past years that I am a witness. I am a witness of an incredible injustice that is done to our oceans and its creatures. And this injustice is derived from our collective lifestyles, our addiction to conveniences, and our consumer choices. So I have decided I cannot remain silent any longer, because my turtles have no voice, but I do. So over the past years, I have started to advocate for change. I try to convince people about the power they have as consumers to make choices. And I'm incredibly happy to see that people are actually listening, that the message is spreading, and that the demand has changed. And it pretty much provides the opportunity for companies such as Turtle, to conduct business in an ethical and sustainable manner and providing alternatives so we can change. So I would just like to thank all of you for being here tonight, for using your platforms to actually spread the message. And yeah, I would like to just thank you, and also on behalf of my turtles.
And another round of applause for Christine Fickner, everybody. All right, we'll keep things moving and welcome to the stage our next speaker for the evening. This is Assemblymember Laura Friedman.
Hi everyone. This is such a great evening. I got a call about this event about 2 weeks ago from my friend Vic, and he said, I want you to come to a ribbon cutting. And I said, okay, I get invited to a lot of ribbon cuttings. I can't always go to every event. What is it? And he said, well, it's this company called Turtle, and they make paper straws. And as soon as he said that, I said, well, I know I'm going to be there, because I chair the Natural Resources Committee in the legislature. And I've spent the last year working with a couple of my colleagues in the Senate and the Assembly on 2 bills, SB 54 and AB 1080, which would be the first legislation, it would be a legislation to make California the first state in the country to over time phase out single-use plastics, and to also create a circular economy to make sure that every piece of plastic that is used has a very high amount of recycled content. And we weren't able to get that bill over the hurdle in this session, but we are continuing next year. And I promise you that those two bills will be signed. But the reason that those bills are going to be able to be signed is because there are people who have much louder voices than any politician. Because honestly, we blab a lot and people don't really pay that much attention. But people do pay attention to celebrities who they know, who have been working for years on environmental policy, like Ed Begley Jr. They listen to him, and he's been voicing concerns about the environment for a very long time. And he has a much larger platform than I do or anybody else in the legislature. They also listen to their children when their children see a YouTube video that has heartbreaking images of a turtle dying because of plastic in its nose. That drives the point home in a way that no person talking about policy can ever do. So what Christine has done with her video changes hearts and minds, and Ed, with his work for years, lays that foundation that policymakers like me are able to capitalize on when the moment is right to move major policy that really moves the needle. So it's all of us working together, and then companies like Turtle who come in, because plastic is never going, even with a recycled amount of content, is always going to be something that is only now being understood, which is a fundamentally dangerous product. So it's going to take innovation and companies like Turtle to show people that there's a better way and a more sustainable way to have the things that we want. So this event pulls a lot of things together that are important to me. An old friend like Ed, who I'm always happy to come out and honor because he is such an inspiration, and a new friend like Christine, who moved me with her video, and I can't tell you how thrilled I was to be able to meet her a few minutes ago. And I thank her for coming to the 43rd District. It means a lot to us here to have you here, so thank you for traveling so far to be here. Congratulations to Turtle, and I wish you all success. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Laura. Let's please welcome to the stage once again, Mr. Vickere.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, everyone. That was quite a treat. I've known very many of the elected officials are here, so I'm always honored to have them at one of the events, and a big fan of them. I want to just, before I forget, we have a ton of commendations. There's no other word to multiple commendation certificates and proclamations from every office possible, from Congressman Schiff's office to Mayor Garcetti's office, and a multitude of other elected officials. There's no way to do a presentation with all of them, I apologize, but I don't want Ed Begley or Christine or the folks at Turtle, Sam, to leave without taking them. They're all sitting here, and down here, as you can see, some are just very impressive, so just want to say that. I don't know what more to say that hasn't been said about Ed Begley Jr. as first in Christine and Turtle, you know, this company that's doing what might seem as like a small thing in a much bigger problem, but look at the straws. I don't know if all of you got a chance to actually use it. There's no product like the Turtle straw out there. It's so, it's durable, and it just feels really great. So it's one thing to honor people, but nonprofits and charities, they have to pay their bills too. And, you know, and we have to support them. And although it's not a huge contribution, but, you know, Mr. Ed Begley Jr. and Mrs. Begley have a foundation that I knew about because he sits on the board of I don't know how many organizations, and it's the Begley Family Foundation. So we wanted to make a small contribution as just a token of appreciation to him. So before we bring him up, I just wanted to have that ready. And then also, Turtle's first annual Pinnacle Award, because that's what he represents, the pinnacle of green living, environmental activism, and advocacy, when most of us, I can speak for myself, weren't even aware of it. He was living it. And so I want to present Turtle's Pinnacle Award to Mr. Ed Begley Jr. and a $1,000 check from Turtle to the Begley Family Foundation. You guys got your shots? Okay, you need to get out of here. I'm going to put this here. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then also, we got to give you your award.
Thank you so much. Good shot with that, please. I'm going to put it right there and just say a few words. On the check, I hope you remember the right date. It's not 5779 anymore, it's 5780. Little Rosh Hashanah humor there. Thank you so much. Wonderful to be here. My lovely wife, Rochelle, is here. Rochelle, please stand up for a second. It's important that you know that the Begley Family Foundation pays no salaries or anything like that to the board, and Rochelle is on the board. We simply give the money to other sound environmental organizations that need help. That's what it does. It's all volunteer. We take no salaries, of course. We just try to do the best kind of green work. And Rochelle is part of that, so thank you, Rochelle. We have a very unusual Hollywood marriage. We have the only Hollywood marriage I know of that has a prenup that involves carbon credits. She's a little upset with me tonight. For our anniversary, I gave what I thought was a lovely gift for an anniversary just a short time ago. It was, I guess, an organic gift. Maybe it was too organic. I found some old rope in the garage. I made her some hemp underwear, and apparently there was some discomfort. But Vic, I'm very happy to be here. What a great thing you've done by having Christine. To share the stage with Christine is just such a great honor. Big hand for her that she's done. That video that touched me and touched so many people, to see that turtle with a straw stuck in its nose, it's changed the world as regards single-use plastic. And I've been on the board with Deanna Cohen and Jackson Brown, the Plastic Pollution Coalition. We've been fighting about these wasteful straws. We've had metal straws and glass straws for a while, which of course your dentist loves, because if you use it while you're driving, you might have an accident, have a problem, knock a tooth out. I'm not trying to put down other straws, but this is great to have these wonderful paper straws that are made sustainably right here in Lancaster. A big hand for Turtle, please. And not just to be up here with Christine, but to make Emily's list, if you will. By that I mean Emily Luddy, the wonderful mayor of Burbank. A big hand for Burbank and our wonderful mayor. You're way too young to know this, Emily, but as a kid, I grew up in Van Nuys, and I would look to the east. You could not see the Verdugo Hills at all. We'd look there, and you could see a little bit of the bottom of the hills. There might be a few people my age that remember how bad it was, but you look, you'd have to get up to, you know, Victory or what have you, or Glen Oaks or something to see the top of the mountains. If you could see them on really smoggy days, you couldn't see them no matter where you were. And now, from the, you know, the middle of the valley, all the way looking east, you could see those beautiful hills. Driving up here today, if anybody came from the west as I did, isn't that great? Burbank did this by cleaning up the power plants. The city of LA did this. The South Coast Air District did this. We cleaned up the power plants. We put catalytic converters on cars. It was a big problem. They said we couldn't fix it. We'd go broke doing it. They were wrong. We did it, and we had jobs doing all of those things. Paul Koretz knows this. Jeffrey Prang, my dear friends, knows this. Laura Friedman knows this. They're pushing sustainability for years. I'm honored to be here on the stage with them. And Vic is the best to do this, to put this event together. Is a great treat. I'm proud to know all of you. My friend Nick Guest, who comes to all these things, and Kat Kramer, thank you guys for coming. All my dear, dear friends, thank you for this generous night. And go help Christine, help her with her work. We intend to as a foundation. We're going to help her too. Thank you all so much.
One more hand for the man, the legend, Mr. Ed Begley Jr. Now, Vic, I believe we had a video montage queued up.
First, Ed's montage, then the Turtle.
All right, we're gonna get some video montage, everybody. First of Ed Begley Jr. and then one of the Turtle, right? Yes. Excellent, so we watch that now.
Tonight, we honor the best friend our planet could have. Actor, activist, and changemaker Ed Begley Jr. has been a trailblazer and a proactive champion for environmental causes. While bringing awareness to the importance of green living, this eco-activist has been personally practicing progressive, sustainable ideas in his daily life for decades. With hundreds of films listed on his Hollywood resume, perhaps this is his biggest role. From our team at Turtle, we congratulate you, Ed Begley Jr. We thank you for your selfless, pioneering, and inspiring contributions to the environment and the planet Earth.
I'm sorry, little one. I think you like it better afterwards, though. It's not.
This is what did it. This video of the struggling sea turtle with a plastic straw stuck inside its nose, and the caring group of people trying to remove it from the nasal passage of this desperate, distressed creature.
Oh, man. Show me, please. I want to.
Observing this painfully real video was the catalyst that gave birth to turtle paper straws. As the world started taking action, many countries took the lead to ban plastic. European nations were the first to ban plastic and reinstate biodegradable, eco-friendly paper as substitute, followed by Southeast Asian countries. This was a firm statement that saving the planet is not a trend, but a mission and a responsibility. Turtle Paper Straws has taken the lead in realizing this mission. At Turtle, we take pride in producing sustainable products that provide environmental, social, and economic benefits while protecting public health and environment over their whole life cycle. From the extraction of raw materials until the final disposal. Our products are durable, environmentally friendly, and 100% made in the USA. Turtle Paper Straws. Durable, environmentally conscious, made in the USA.
All right, how about another round of applause for those wonderful videos. And let's welcome to the stage, once again, the man, Vic Gerami. Got that? Is that not clear?
All right, I think this is the last time I'm here. So this is the moment. This is a ribbon cutting ceremony. This is a grand opening of Turtle. So we are honored that the LA Area Chamber of Commerce is here to help us with that. So I welcome you, and you can come up. Everyone can come up from LA Area Chamber of Commerce. Now, for the actual ribbon cutting, what I would like is Mayor Luddy to come up if she's still here. We do understand if someone had to leave. She's here. So Mayor, please come up. As well as Councilmember Koretz, Jeff Prang, Assemblymember Friedman, if she's still here, I know she's here. Great. Come on up. Christine, please come up. And Ed, please come up, of course. And everyone anyone from Turtle, the organization, the company that would like to come up, please come. I'd love to have you. Am I missing anyone? I think I have everyone. So I'm going to wait for a couple of minutes. Oh yes, please, Councilwoman, please come on up. And I definitely don't want to be in the middle for this. So
Ed should be in the middle.
I'm going to...
And Sam.
Yeah, in the middle. Take this away and position.
We'll do it together. We need to do it together. We need to double Well, first of all, the chamber team dug into Ed's recycling, was able to pull out enough laundry and materials that we conjured up this beautiful ribbon. So we have the chamber staff to thank for that. So it's been said that leaders are only measured by the people they inspire. So thank you for your leadership. Vic, we look forward to success stories. Ed, remember the 2 words that inspired me 11 years ago. 2 words that said recycle everything. Never forgot that. So we look forward to great success stories, and absolutely.
We're going to ask you on 3, and everyone.
1, 2, 3, go!
You can always call me.
Yeah, it was just a couple hours ago.
All right, everybody, that does conclude this evening. Let's give a round of applause once again.